Hello, 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 my beloved souls. Blessed be, blessed day. Welcome back. I'm Autumn, the Enlightened daughter. For those of you who don't know me, for those of you who do know me, I love you and I'm so glad you're back. So it's been a while since I've done like a specific twin flame reading, but you know how it is when the messages come through. The girl got to jump online and wow, like team no sleep. It's like, oh, you're not sleeping. You have messages that you need to share with the collective. So here we are. This message is really for twin flames that are either in this message is really for those that are dealing with karmic and false twin flames. I want to say that more so than anything. And maybe for some of you that are in separation, that are kind of unsure about where you stand in your twin flame connection, meaning like, is this actually my twin? Is this a false twin? What's going on? I'll say that. Why is that a thing? Okay. Sorry. I was just like, why is my hair knotted? That's very odd. Anyway, not that y'all needed to deal with that, but I noticed it. So anyway, moving on. So I was in a relationship for about 3 years with a false twin, right? And that person's energy keeps trying to connect with me now in the astral realm, right? Because they have no connection with me here in the physical. And so what I was shown is that these people are not only trying to reconnect their energy with ours. So you're in a relationship with a false twin, right? Or if you've met a karmic twin, you know, it can be very activating. There's lessons there, there's spiritual growth there, there's healing there, there's triggers, there's all the stuff that you learn within this dynamic, although it's a really unhealthy version of the twin flame union, right? Twin flame is a divine masculine who's done their inner work and their healing and has gotten to a space of self-love, a divine feminine who's also done the same. And from that space, that high vibrational space, that space of I love myself enough to allow myself to love another and to be loved, then we can kind of get into union, right? This isn't like I'm needing you to fulfill me. I'm needing you to fill my cup. I'm needing you to bring joy into my life. I'm needing you to make me happy. I'm trying to earn your love. I'm trying to, you know, no, it's not the codependent, narcissistic, like, oh, well, I'm doing this so that you can love me. And I'm doing A, B, C, D, and you can love me. And I've done all these things so that you can love me. It's like, why do you feel like you need to earn someone's love, right? It's not that type of situation. And trust me, I've been there where you're not being fulfilled and nothing is ever good enough and all the shit that comes with the karmics and the soul teachers, right? So what they were showing to me is that these people are trying to reconnect with us right here in the physical realm, and they're cloaking themselves in all the things that you want, right? Like your exes are coming back and now they're everything that you've always wanted them to be, right? Everything that they weren't initially in the relationship, right? For some of you, that's they're being affectionate or they're communicating or, you know, they're doing the things that you wanted them to do. You know, you're having dates and they're showing up and they're being kind of whatever your list was, right? Of the things that kind of like were missing within that dynamic. But it's still a cloak, right? It's a false light. It's like false prophets. You know what I mean? And so they're coming back initially as the things that you've been wanting or needing. And this is for the message for those of you that are in separation, but it's a temporary shift. You know what I mean? There's a difference between those of you that are with your true twin flames and have gone into separation because separation heals and you've done your inner work and they've done their inner work and some time has passed and you guys have come together and been like, listen, you know, like I needed to heal. I was being triggered. You know, this is where I'm at in my life right now. And they've actually made a shift within their own energetic field. They've made a shift within their own livelihoods. What the fuck is that? Within their own livelihoods in order to elevate themselves, right? They're doing the inner work for their own benefit, for their own growth, for their own evolution and ascension. And in doing so, they're now able to show up in this dynamic in a much better in a much different vibrational energy, right? In a different connection with you. It's very different energy than someone you kind of like stopped dealing with, stopped letting hit a little while ago, when now they're just saying whatever that they need to say in order to get back in your good graces so they can get some again. You know what I mean? And we're grown. Y'all know what I'm talking about. So don't act like oblivious. Like, you know what it is. You know when it's toxic and you know when it's not. You know when it only feels good in the bed and when it makes you feel depleted thereafter. You know what I mean? So don't play yourselves. Don't allow yourself to be played, right? Don't allow yourself to be manipulated. So these people, these karmics, these soul teachers right now are, they're losing their foothold. They're losing their grip. They're losing their power, right? And so they're doing whatever they can to try to stay within your energy. They're doing whatever they can to try to hold on for dear life. They're doing whatever they can to try to be back with you at this time. And there's a real test going on at this time, right? It's really challenging to kind of traverse these energies because, again, they're cloaking themselves in everything that you've ever wanted. They're cloaking themselves. They're false twins for a reason, right? It's like, um, it's like the devil being a representation of like the false light, like promising you all the riches of the world, but this is not your world to give to anybody, right? It's like that same conversation. And so just be really mindful at this time of these connections. And again, I'm being contacted, or they're trying to reach out to me on the astral plane, right? Because again, I shut off all contact and communication here on the physical plane, but that doesn't mean that they're not looking around. So don't be surprised if people are stalking your social medias or asking about you on the low, or, like checking in with your friends to see if they can find information about you, or showing up at your job, or, like popping up at your favorite place where you guys used to hang out together, right? Like, let's say you guys met at a certain bar and like that's your spot, and they know that you go there on like Tuesdays and Fridays, and all of a sudden you're chilling, and here they come on a Friday knowing that you'll be there because they kind of want to see you, and it's like, oh, I didn't remember, oh, it's today Friday, playing the whole game, or I missed you, or all the things. Like, it's like if you live together with someone and they're freaking lazy, and then all of a sudden you guys get back together, and now all of a sudden they're a clean freak, and you're like, how long is this going to last? And it doesn't last very long because it's false light, right? They can only keep up the charade for so long. And so, and I'm saying, and I've been getting the signs, right? And I've been like seeing all these signs, and I'm like, what is going on with this energy? I've done like cord cutting, yoni steel steams. Wow. Yeah, they're like trying to steal your light. That's so funny. Cord cutting, yoni steams, binding. I've done 8 million different processes, right? But at the end of the day, it seems like the cord keeps kind of like reconnecting itself, reformatting, recording, and it's like very frustrating to me. And I'm realizing, because the energetic pull is so strong on the other end, that it's like they're literally not trying to let go. It's like they're not trying to let go. And so we're being, kind of challenged at this time to kind of get those hooks out of our soul. You know what I mean? It's like, it's almost like they showed me like a grappling hook, like attached to your body, and literally trying to pull that out of like your skin, pull it out of like your energetic field. You know what I mean? And as we're pulling that thing out of our field, like, think about poor fishes, when it's like the catch and release. I think catch and release is such a cruel, cruel thing. Like putting a hook into these poor babies and then ripping it out and throwing them back into the water. I think that is just the cruelest process. I just don't even know why that's a thing. Anyway, but that's how they were showing it to me, kind of like that hook, kind of like getting caught up in you. Now you're having to like literally like rip a part of yourself out in order to free yourself from this trap, from this confine, from being, their energetic dinner, and it's awful, guys, and I'm sorry. I'm sorry. The message came through so strong, and I was just like, oh God, like, why are we dealing with this, and I'm seeing like number synchronicity. I'm seeing a whole bunch of things that are pointing to this old energy, and I'm like, why is this old energy coming up so much? But it took me a minute to like sit with it and sit with my guides, and I'm like, why is this energy so strong? But it's because I have met my actual twin. It's because I've met my divine counterpart. It's because I've moved forward so much energetically that the gap has grown so wide. And so now that they feel the separation even more, it's like, you can't reach me astrally, astrally, you can't reach me physically, you can't reach me emotionally. Like, all of these things are pulling us apart, and the gap is growing wider and wider and wider. And it's like with all the light energy that we have coming onto the planet, right? As all the light is coming into the planet, the darkness is starting to get smaller and smaller and smaller, right? There's nowhere for them to run now. And so now that gap is getting bigger, that bridge is getting wider and wider and wider. They're doing anything they can to try to keep up. They're doing anything they can to try to like get to you, right? And so just my third eye is going crazy. Saying all of that to say this, guys. Your exes are coming back. Your karmics, your false twins, your soul teachers are coming into the realm. They are going to be bright and shiny and new and fantastic. They're going to say all the things that you want them to say. They're going to do the things that you want them to do. It's going to be great. It might even be the best sex of your life. You never know. And when this little charade is over, because it's only a temporary time, right? And I mean, temporary is relative. For some of you, it may be a couple of hours before you realize that they ain't shit. For some of you, it might take a few weeks or months. You know, some of us stay in relationships for years that we know that we shouldn't be in. Red flags, karma, we deal with it for the reasons that we deal with it, right? Those, we're all on different paths. We all have different soul lessons and soul contracts, but it's temporary. And at the end of the day, the more that they have a hold on you, the more that they're trying to stay within your energetic field, the more they are blocking you from the true love, from the true divine counterpart, from your happily ever after, from your evolution, from your growth. Imagine yourself like ascending, right? As like a balloon goes up, and it's like going, going, going. It's beautiful. It's about to hit the sky. And at the last second, somebody grabs the string and is pulling that balloon all the way back down. That is that karmic energy. So instead of allowing you to be free and to elevate and to ascend and to grow and to reach the heavens, no, they keep pulling at your string and keep pulling you down. It's like soon as you get close, right? As soon as you get close, you get pulled right back down into the muck. And so that's the test right now, right? That's the challenge that many of you are going through. Are you going to keep allowing these people to grab onto your ankles and pull you back down into this 3D false matrix reality of nonsense? Or are you going to allow yourself to cut the cord and to truly cut the cord and to ask your angels and your guides and everyone for help, you know, so that you can ascend, so that you can be free, so that you can truly evolve, you know, and grow at a really deep level, right? That's what's being offered to you right now. But it's a choice. You know what I mean? It's a choice of whether or not we want to hold on to this. It's a choice of whether or not we're ready for that. You know, it's a choice of whether or not we're going to ask for help to let it go and to move forward and to move on. It's always a choice, you know, and it's not an easy choice. Sometimes these cords are so bound to us because there's still lessons that we need to learn. There's still contracts that we haven't fully released. And so we're really being supported at this time to take a look at everything and to be very clear about the things that we're trying to release and be very clear about the things that we're calling in. We're coming right into eclipse season, right? We just had a powerful, full moon in Libra, which was helping us to release some things. Then we're in this portal right now where we have the 410 portal of love open up, which is why these relationship energies are so strong. We had the 1111 portal going on as well, which is 11 is a master number, and it's the master of um it's the master of manifestation, right? Intuition, getting things started, opening doorways, right? We have this opportunity now to step through the gateway into a life of happily ever after. We have this opportunity right now to really take ourselves to another level, but we cannot do that if we are still holding on to the past. You cannot fly, my beautiful beloveds, twin flames, if you are holding on to a freaking anchor. You know what I mean? It's like, imagine you're a hot air balloon and all your sandbags are holding you down right now, right? So that you don't just go flying off into the ether. Those sandbags are your karma, right? Your karmic teachers, the karmic people in your life, your fears, your doubts, your worries, your stresses. Like, that's holding you down at this point. Are you willing to let that go? To see where you can go? Are you willing to let that go so you can ascend? Are you willing to let that go so that you can rise higher to the relationship that you deserve, to the love that you deserve, to the bliss that you deserve, to the joy that you deserve, right? Like, things aren't working out or didn't work out with that person for a reason. And instead of backtracking over and over again and jumping back on a hamster wheel and just playing that same song over and over again, it's time to move on, right? The record is broken. It keeps skipping at that point for a certain reason, right? It's like, like, no, cut it off, take it off. It's done. It's time to move on. It's time to move on. And so, even while they're showing up in these false lights as everything you've ever wanted, everything you've ever needed, there's still going to be things that are going on around them or within around you guys that are going to show you quickly how much has not changed. Again, the charade can only last for so long. That mask is only going to stay on for so long before it falls off. And so this is just like a big, big hint to you guys, a big message to you guys to, like, don't be deceived. Don't allow yourself to be deceived. Don't allow yourself to just be comfortable in the fuckery because it's what you've always known. You know what I mean? And I get it. Like, some of us have been with karmic people for a long time. You know, some of you might have just met a karmic and it's kind of triggering you in a twin flame. And so you're asking a lot of questions of the universe. Like, is this my twin? Is it not? Like, some of it feels really good. It's checking off a few of the boxes that I heard on a YouTube reading. But for the most part, like, no. And you gotta understand, like, a twin flame dynamic, it's meant to heal you in a loving way, right? Loving way. The person is abusive, they're narcissistic, if they're toxic, if they're degrading you, if they make you feel less than, if they're manipulating you, if they're lying to you, if they're doing all that's not love. And that's not like literally think about this. Would an all loving God set you up to fail? Put you in a relationship with someone who's gonna abuse you? Like, think about that. And all loving God is like, you know what? Let me put him over here with this chick who loves to put hands on people. Let me put her over here with this guy who's going to drain her bank accounts and make her feel like nothing at the end of the day and go cheap. Go like literally think about that. It makes no sense. We love to just make God an awful stepfather or stepmom. Like, it just makes no sense. Your twin flame is going to come in and love you and ask for your trust and ask for you to open your heart and ask for you to communicate. And they're going to trigger you, but it's not in a sense of making you feel less than. It's a very, very, like, important distinction. You know what I mean? You're going to be triggered in this dynamic by this twin flame, but it's not in a manner to hurt you. It's a manner to awaken you. My divine counterpart now, right? I've been in a lot of financially abusive relationships, right? And so I'm always like triggered or on high alert, especially when people talk to me about money. I get like freaked out because I'm just like, what do you want? Are you trying to manipulate me? Are you trying to use me? You know, like, I have all these questions. I grew up in the hood around a lot of schemers and dealers and criminals. I question everything. You know what I mean? I question everything. And so he and I will talk about money in certain senses, and I see how he works it. He's in finance. It's what he does. And it's just, he is around a lot of money all the time. It's coming in, it's coming out. He just doesn't even blink an eye. And for me, I'm like sweating, heart palpitations, like cold sweats, like shaking, right? It like freaks me out. And so we'll like have certain financial conversations, and I'll be like, wait, what are you trying to do? And he's like, why are you so like chill? Take the claws out, like just move that there and then move that there, and then we're fine. And I'm like, oh. He's like everything. Like, I'm like, no, like, he's like, take a deep breath, get off of the ledge, go sit down, drink some wine, you'll be fine. It's not that serious. And I'm constantly freaking out, right? It triggers me. Those conversations trigger me. I had to like understand, and I had a very serious conversation with him, and I was like, listen, I was in a lot of financially abusive relationships, not their fault, my own fault for allowing myself to think that I needed to love in that way, or that was a way of earning someone's love. You know, that was my codependent, unhealthy, toxic fucking lessons that I had to learn, and that's how I had to learn them, through money and these fucked up relationships, right? Great sex, fucked up money. Those are how I learned these lessons. And so I was like, I'm sorry that I keep like kind of spazzing out on you, just like I get really triggered by these conversations because of X, Y, and Z. You know what I mean? And he's like, that's fine. Like, just cool as a cucumber. Just water for ducks back. Pays me no mind. I flip out. He's like, Are you done? Did you drink some wine yet? Go sit down. I'm like, why are you so calm? And he's like, you'll be fine. It's okay. You know, hug, heart emojis all the time. So there's a difference between, again, someone who's triggering you in a loving manner, just trying to teach you and work with you, and someone who is going to make you feel like garbage or trash or that everything is not good enough. And you guys know the people that I'm talking about. It's like you can do a million things for them and they will still find something wrong. They will find something to complain about. They will find something to whine about. They will project their nonsense off onto you. They're having a bad day, and at the end of the day, like, you don't know what you should say to them or what you shouldn't, because you don't know how it's going to come off. Like, what's your fault, what's not. Like, been there, done that. Been there, done that, right? Or they always have an excuse for something, right? We need to look at these things, and this is coming up really, really strongly right now. And I know that's because we're in this beautiful, like, love portal going on. I know it's because so many twin flames are starting to come together on the planet, right? And I'm going to say this also. Not everybody that incarnated on the planet incarnated as twin flames. That's not a part of everyone's contract. I don't know why it's like trending now, like it's a cool thing to do, because it's a lot of work. But, you know, some of you are just with soulmates, and that's fine. Like, it doesn't have to be twin flame. Like, there's no, it's not a comparison. It's not like a, oh, well, I'm in a twin flame relationship and you're not. Like, so what? Twin flames came here to do a lot of work, a lot of heavy lifting. Like, this shit ain't cute. Just putting it out there. Anyway, so my beautiful, beautiful beloveds, I know I went really far, but that message came through so strongly. It was just like, this is this false light, this false cloak going on, and I just don't want y'all to get caught up, you know, thinking that, like, oh, it's going to be good this time around, or, oh, they've really changed it. Like, just be very discerning. And again, that mask is only going to last so long. If you've ever been in an abusive relationship or witnessed an abusive relationship, then you know it lasts a short period of time. The I'm sorry's and it'll never happen again and I'll make it up to you only lasts for a temporary time, right? The, oh, we can do whatever you want and I agree and I've changed only lasts for a short period of time, and then you're right back to where you started. Right? And that's a whole lesson for you. Like, are you going to set clear boundaries? Are you going to stand in it? Are you going to speak your truth? Are you going to be okay with walking away from what is comfortable and familiar so that you can walk into something greater, even if you don't have that greater set up yet, right? So many people right now are dating when they need to be healing. They really just need to be by themselves, one with their own energies, and learn to love themselves. And they're scared to do that. And I get it. I get it. It can be really scary. But guess what? I would rather be alone than in a fucked up relationship. I can be miserable by myself. I could be broke by myself. I could be hurting by myself. Like, if you're not here to love me, help me grow, evolve, expand, ascend, teach me something, and I can't do the same for you, if my soul isn't calling for you to be the very best version of yourself and yours isn't doing that for me, we good. I mean, no hard feelings, but you're not the one. And that's fantastically fine. I've already moved on, and you should as well. You know what I mean? Anyway, so anything else, guys, before I pull some cards? So even if you're starting to see certain signs and synchronicities that are reminding you of this person, it doesn't necessarily mean that that is your twin. It just means that their energy might be really strong within your energetic field, or you guys have a really strong, like, cord connection or a soul contract that needs to be fulfilled. Okay. So let's say this person's birthday is, all right, I'll just, so as my false twin, I would see the number 911 all the time, right? Not that I would see it. That was a number that was active for him, and he mentioned it to me. And so it became something that was associated with our connection. I would see it and I would think of him because that was the number all the time. I still see the number frequently, and I still feel his energy frequently, but it's not on me being like, oh, I'm missing him, loving him. No, it's because his energy is still really strong in trying to connect to my field. So just because you're seeing these certain signs and synchronicities about this person does not necessarily mean that they are your twin flame. It could just mean that you guys have a really strong energetic connection and that there's still healing that needs to be done there. There's still a soul contract that hasn't been fulfilled. Or you're on their mind so much, so strongly that they're reaching out to you astrally. Okay, so don't, again, because we like to be like checking off the little twin flame boxes. Oh, I see his birthday all the time, and I see her favorite color, and I saw her name, and okay, fantastic, wonderful. What else? Again, this is a divine love union from the Most High. If you're always crying and in pain and cleaning up bruises and trying to fix things and making excuses for this person and blah, this is not the one. And I know that's a hard thing to hear. I get it. I get it. I get it. I was there for 3 years, like trying to make it work, seeing the soul of the person, trying to look beyond like the 3D illusion that was put before me. But at the end of the day, if this person is not willing to do their work so that they can elevate and they can see their own luminosity and their own sovereignty, and they're not trying to be the god or the goddess that they were born to be, you can't force them, nor should you want to. You know what I mean? Like, why would you want to force something that isn't meant to be? Why do you want to be with someone and force it when it doesn't happen naturally? It's like those people that are out there doing freaking love spells. You know, I love my witches, but the minute you try to control somebody else's free will, you already fucked the game up. Why would you want to be with someone who doesn't really want to be with you? It doesn't make any sense to me. Why would you want to be with someone who doesn't want to be with you? Why you want to be in a situation where you have to beg and plead with someone to love you, to value you, to see you, to hear you, to respect you, to honor you? That is not love. That is not you loving yourself, and that's definitely not them loving you back. Right? They'll take and take and take and take and take and take. Some people are just takers. And if you're out here giving, 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 you can't be mad at them for that. You cannot be mad at them for that. That is the choice that you are making at this time. And so it's time for you to choose better and to let these karmic situations go. To not be deceived by the shiny objects. It's like, pyrite, right? It's like, ooh, it's shiny, yay. It's fool's gold. You know what I mean? Pyrite is an awesome stone to work with, but if you're looking for real gold, this is not it. So you're going to allow yourself to be seen just because it's, ooh, it's shiny and look at it, yay. But at the end of the day, it has no value. Not the same value anyway. Pyrite has its own value. I love you. I love you. You know what I mean. You know what I mean. Anyway, all right. I'm going to pull from the romance angels real quick, and then I'm going to pull... Oh, all right. Just kidding. We're going to go... I'm going to pull a couple of cards to the divine masculine energy. And let's be clear about this too. So there's masculine energy, there's feminine energy, and then there's your divine masculine energy and your divine feminine energy, right? I'm talking to the divine masculines right now. Divine masculines are the masculines that have been doing their work, that are doing the inner work, that understand that like they're growing and evolving and ascending, that want to learn to fully love and heal themselves so that they can show up as the best version of themselves and draw in a divine counterpart that is also equal to that energy. Right? I'm not just talking masculine energy because we all have masculine and feminine energy in us, but we're not always working with the best versions of ourselves. So this is for the divine masculines. In the pre-shuffle in both decks, the Two of Cups came out. So you guys are ready for this dynamic union on both sides, divine masculines and divine feminines. You're ready for it. It's just a matter of whether or not you're willing to let go of the toxic Tommies and the psycho Susans, you know, like in order for you to move on to your higher level. So angels and guides, what do you want the divine masculines to know about this twin flame energy that's going on? Oh, I love it. Okay. First card out, Ace of Wands, passions ignited, right? So fiery new beginning again, strong passion and energy coming in, right? I love how this is all coming at like the fire is coming from her heart. So you guys are really just like, it's like your love is burning, divine masculine. It's like you have just all this love within you that's just burning, that just needs a freaking outlet. But I love it because it's a very controlled energy, right? And we're in Aries season, so it's like you're getting that spark, you're getting that creativity, you're getting that fire, you're getting that desire burnt within you to really move things forward. Some of you, you're meeting someone and it's gonna be electric, right? And not like, again, with the toxicity. Like, this is gonna be a new level. You're, see how she's leaning back and her throat is kind of open? It's like the connection is going to be deep. Your the way you guys talk to each other, the things that you have in common, your heart being open, the fire, the desire, the attraction. It's like you're drawn into their energy, but you're not just drawn into their energy on a physical sense. Like, you guys are connected. It's like they're speaking right into your heart. Oh my gosh, I love that for you. I love that for you. We also got, oh, Six of Cups, memories of love. Let's not romanticize the past. You know what I'm saying? Like, I get it. I get it. Guys, I'm only here talking and telling you all this so confidently because I was there. I've been there. I get it. You have great memories with this person. You guys have had a great time. There are certain moments where they are so sweet, so kind, so loving, so perfect, and you just want to hold on to those moments for the rest of your life. You want to hold on to those memories. They're what makes you stick around. That's what makes you, love them. But they're memories. They've come and they've gone, right? And so we need to just stop holding on to the one thing that was good and ignoring all the other things that aren't, okay? And then we have, six, material and spiritual prosperity. This is the Six of Pentacles. Some of you do not even realize that the reason that your blessings are blocked right now is because you're dealing with this karmic person. You're dealing with this false twin. They are blocking your money. They are blocking your joy. They are blocking your spiritual evolution because they're stuck in a low vibrational negative cycle, and you entertaining it is pulling your energy right down with them. For many of you, the reason that you have not prospered yet, or things are not working out for you as you would like them to, is because you're still dealing with this old energy and you won't release it. It's time to let it go. Let it go so that you can receive the blessings of the universe. You see how his back is to us? You know what I mean? It's like you turned your back on all the good that's available to you because you're still focused on the wrong thing. No, it's time to like turn around, open your eyes, and embrace the world for what it is. Bottom of the deck, we have universe coming in. Beautiful. Right? This is the world card. Everything is changing. Everything is changing. Where I'm at, you guys already know. Wherever I'm at in the world, when there's big stuff going on energetically, it'll rain. It is monsooning outside. Monsoon. And I love the rain, but it's even too much for me. Like, I had to be like, all right, let me go sit down for a little while and do something else. Right? The rains, the winds, they're bringing big changes. There are big changes happening right now within the collective on every level, not just with Twin Flames. Like, within the collective, people are starting to awaken. There's more light coming onto this planet. Things are changing at a rapid level, and that's happening big time for you, Divine Masculines. Your world is changing rapidly, but it's up for you to make the choice of, am I willing to move forward, right? Am I willing to follow my passion, to open my heart, to speak my truth, to allow this new delicious love to come in, to stop blocking my blessings, to stop turning my back on the things that I know are going to serve my highest and greatest good, because maybe I'm a little uncomfortable at this time. Maybe I want to stick with the tried and true because it's safe, even though it's not bringing me joy anymore, but it's safe. You know what I'm saying? Divine Feminines, you're up. Let's see what we got. Angels and guides, what are the Divine Feminines? Need to know at this time. It's twin flame energy that is out and about. Out in these streets. Wow, okay. Got a lot, Divine Feminines. Hold on. Got a lot going on. Holy crap. Divine Feminines are going through it. First card out, Ace of Swords. A lot on your mind, right? A lot on your mind. You guys have been getting downloads. You've been getting clarity. You've been getting messages that are speaking to you very clearly about your ascension, about your growth, about the steps that you need to take, right? The steps that you need to take in order to move forward, in order to get back to your light. Meditation will really be helpful to you right now, revealing all of that to you. And then, oh, we got the Queen of Pentacles. So sitting in your power, Divine Feminines, right? You are powerful. You are strong. You are dynamic. Again, with the energy of abundance. Pentacles, right? It's about the tangible stuff, our physical world, our money, our things, right? And so you're at the space where, you know, things are feeling pretty good. You can do pretty good. Don't allow yourself to get thrown off track. Look, and then we got the Tower. Yep, right behind it. Things are starting to fall apart, right? It feels like a shit show. I get it. Relationships ending suck. I get it. They hurt. I get it. But sometimes things need to fall apart in order to come back together the best way possible, right? The things that are being released right now that are falling apart are the things that are no longer serving you. That's why you guys are going to separation. That's why there's fighting. That's why there's discord. That's why there's upheaval. Because it's time for that energy to go. I love the fact that she's focused on her money and she's feeling good and she's financially stable, but her eyes are closed. Her eyes are closed. So we got the Divine Feminines doing the I want to be blind with their eyes closed, and the Divine Masculines turning their backs on things. It's time for you guys to open your eyes. You can't be serious. Look, again, look at this. Her eyes are closed. Divine Feminines, it's time for you to open your eyes and wake up and see the truth for what it is. You are being bound by this dynamic. It is not serving your highest and greatest good. That is not love. That is not love. What this is, and I don't care how many freaking flowery words they give to you, that is not love. And so you need to love yourself enough to know that and to walk away. Look, and then what did I just say about the balloons? You allow yourself to elevate. Now her eyes are open. Now she has the book of knowledge and truth in front of her. Now it is lifting her to a new level. That is what happens when you open your eyes and you see the truth of things. You begin to elevate. You begin to ascend. Look at the freaking birds around her singing, right? Her feet are halfway off the ground. She's being uplifted through the healing that comes from the knowledge and truth and understanding that we gain when we open our eyes and allow ourselves to see things for what they truly are. Beautiful. Look, and it'll lead you to your joy, your happiness. I love the Knight of Wands, right? I love it also on this deck because look, 1, 2, 3, 4, right? That's like the Four of Wands card, the 1111, right? So joy, laughter, bliss, fulfillment. When you open your eyes and start filling your mind with wisdom, with knowledge, with understanding, you bring joy into your world. You bring freedom into your world. You bring your divine counterpart into your world with the 1111. Got the horse back there, right, for the ultimate freedom, and the horse is in motion. That means things are going to start getting going. You have that opportunity, but you have to make that choice. You have to choose to move forward. Look, the Magician. You have the power within you to create the life that you want. You have the power within you to alchemize all of these energies and to use them for the highest good, right? God uses everything for the highest and greatest good of all. Turn anything, right? Wait, this is you turning your water into wine. This is you making gold, right? This is you taking freaking pyrite, right, a false gold, and using your freaking divine feminine energy and creating some real tangible shit. Bottom of the deck, the Chariot. Horses again, moving things forward. And guess who's coming in on their steed? We got a masculine energy up here. So you're moving forward and you're freeing yourself and you finding your joy and you doing the inner work, right? Opening your eyes, seeing the truth of what it is, allowing yourself to ascend, brings in your divine counterpart. But you have to be willing, and I know it's challenging, but you have to be willing to let this stuff go. You have to be willing to stop sitting here with your eyes closed and to open your eyes, all three of them, and to allow yourself to move forward. It's going to bring love in. It's going to bring peace in. It's going to bring stability in. It brings in transformation. See the butterflies? Lightning is filled with power. And it could change things in a moment, right? It could be pitch black outside and all of a sudden lightning strikes and it looks like daylight. That is the power that you have within you, my beautiful divine feminines. Where is it? You have that same power within you. All right? All right, I'm going to pull a romance card for the collective. Any other final messages from the romance angels that you want everybody to know? Damn, yo. I knew that card was going to come out. I had a feeling. Had a feeling. And today's topic is deception. Word of the day. What did I tell you with the freaking mask? Right? Someone is wearing a false self mask in this relationship. Come on, guys. Like, come on. It's done. It's over. You can't. Guess what? You could have pretended all this time that you didn't know. We're having this conversation right now. Guess what? Now you know better. So now you're consciously choosing to either hold on to the nonsense or to move forward. But now you can't pretend like you didn't know. Oh, I didn't see. No. No. If you missed the angel signs, the synchronicities, the numbers, the animal messages, if you missed all that, guess what? Autumn is here to tell you enough is enough already. It's time to fucking walk away. Cut your losses. Move on. It may hurt. It may take some time. You may cry. I get all of that. I did that. Crying, tears, anger, angry. I did so many processes. You have no idea. It's exhausting. But at the end of the day, had to cut my losses, had to take some time to myself, had to connect with my higher self, had to learn that I actually have way more value than I was giving myself for. And I had to do some inner healing. And when I got to that space, guess what? My divine counterpart showed up. And it was completely unexpected because I was chilling, minding my business. Real talk. Just like trying to do some work. And then boom, all of a sudden it's love. Okay? Let go of control issues. Allow the situation to unfold naturally. For some of you, that is the thing that needs to be healed within you, right? You're very controlling. Why do you feel like you need to control another person? When we need to control people, it's a sign of insecurity, right? Control, jealousy, possession, obsession. I need to know where you're at all the time. I'm constantly checking your phone. I got a tracker on your phone. They don't call you within 5 minutes. Something is wrong. You feel insecure when they're hanging out with like friends. Like there's reasons, like why do you feel so insecure in this dynamic? If this is love and you trust this person, why do you feel like you need to own them? Right? These are questions and that you need to ask of yourself because they show a lot about what's going on within your energetic field. This is never about the other person. And I will say that a million times. Talk to people. I deal with so many couples on a daily basis and I talk to them and they're like, yeah, but what about what? I'm like, why do you keep bringing it back to them? I'm talking to you about you. Where's your accountability? This all goes back to you. If you feel like you're being manipulated, cool. Why are you allowing yourself to be manipulated? If you feel like you're being lied to, cool. Why are you allowing yourself to be lied to? Where are you manipulating and lying to other people in your life? Where are you giving your power away? Where are you deceiving yourself? Where's this like false love, false hope? Why do you need to be so controlling? Why are you so jealous? Why are you so possessive? I'm a very confident woman, right? I've worked in hospitality for over 20 years. Now I'm a life, sex, and spirituality coach. I'm here on YouTube all the time. Like I'm outside talking to people. People try to holler at me all the time. You can't be in a relationship with someone like me and then be insecure. You know what I mean? Like, it doesn't work like that. Because if you're going to be insecure with the fact that, like, I have a ton of male friends or people always trying to holler at me, you're going to spend your life miserable. You need to know at the end of the day that I recognize I'm in a relationship. If you're mine, I'm yours, and I got you, and I'm going to be loyal to you. And if we are not on that page, then I am not the one for you. There's some clarity and some conversations y'all need to have. Starting with yourself. Always with yourself. I'm going to always say that. It always goes back to you. 4444 on the clock. Express your love for those of you that are meeting these new divine counterparts. And I'm freaking stoked for you. Do the work and go out there and get that good love in. Go ahead and make the romantic gesture. Some of you, I feel like this is mainly for the divine masculines, shoot your shot. Because that passion ignited card, I feel like that's telling you, like, shoot your shot, like, go for it. You know what I mean? Don't turn your back on this opportunity to have a really wonderful life because you're holding on to shit from the past. Alright? You guys see my stomach growling? Oh my god, it's so embarrassing. Bottom of the deck, chemistry. There's a strong magnetic attraction here. Listen. For those of you that are meeting new people or met somebody new and it, it feels kind of enticing and you're a little nervous, I get it. Like, just allow things to go as they go. Like they said, allow them to unfold naturally. For those of you that are still with your karmics, just because the sex is right, I'll put it that way. Just because you caught up and you came in a way you never came before, or they're the best love you've ever had, I get it, whatever, move on. That's not enough. It's not enough. Sex isn't enough. Love isn't even enough. I hate to break it to you, but it's just not enough. You know what I mean? I was working with a couple recently, and there's a lot going on, and the guy kept being like, yeah, but I love her, I love her, I love her. I was like, love is not enough to keep a relationship going. Like, that's a feeling. Feelings come and go. What else do you need? Loyalty, respect, commitment, accountability, communication. You know what I mean? Like, responsibility. Like, there's a dependability. There's a lot that goes into a relationship. Love is that helps, but it's not everything. You know what I mean? And, like, literally, you have to love yourself first and foremost. And so many people out here, so many of you are so in love with someone else and do not love yourself. I'll say it again. So many of you are so focused and on loving someone else, but you don't even love yourself. Because if you loved yourself and respected yourself, would you really tolerate and deal with the things that you've been dealing with? Would you keep repeating those things? It's like hating your body because of how it looks because you overeat, and then sitting there and eating a tub of ice cream but then crying about it. Like, something has to give. Put the spoon down. Put the fork down. Go for a walk. You can't say that you hate something when you keep doing the same thing to bring that energy into your life. You have to make a choice. And it's not always an easy choice, but you have support. I'm here. The High Vibe Tribe is here. Your angels, your ancestors, the guides are here. Like, you're never alone in any of this. You don't have to do any of this alone. Call in your soul family. Call in your soul tribe. God, help me fucking get out of my own way. Help me to love myself. Help me to stop being a freaking knucklehead and stop making these same mistakes. Help me to be okay with being alone for a while so that I know that I'm ready for love when true love actually shows up at my door. And then be open to it. Be open to your healing. Be open to the guidance. Pay attention. Divine feminines especially, you're getting the guidance that you need. You're getting the guidance that you need in meditation and in sleep state, but you're closing your eyes and getting that guidance, and then you're walking through life with your eyes closed. No, after you come out of meditation, it's time to open your eyes and live your life. You're here on this planet for a reason, to participate. You can't just sit in meditation and prayer all day. There are people that can do that. That's not your task right now, not as a twin flame. Twin flames have a mission on this planet. They have an individual mission and they have a mission together. How are you contributing to your world, and how are you contributing to the collective? And it's not by just sitting there with your eyes closed and pretending everything is going to be okay, burying your head in the sand. That is not how this works. Okay? It's just not. It's unrealistic. I'm exhausted. It's a lot of energy. Angels and guides, my team Eliza, do we have any final messages for the Twin Flame Collective at this time? You're loved by all measure, by the divine. Love thyself. Okay. So thank you, Yeshua. Jesus said, love thy neighbor as you love thyself, right? Love thy neighbor as you love thyself. You have to love yourself first before you can love another. You have to love yourself first. Okay? I'm going to leave that there. I love you. I really do love you. Like, beyond anything. I do. I love you. God loves you beyond measure. And angels surround you. So don't be afraid to ask for the help. Later, my beloveds.